Good morning. Nothing like getting a text just before you're ready to go to bed saying, hey, Dean Testy is ill and is not going to be able to do the welcoming introduction this morning. Can you step up? And I'm like, sure. Sure, because this is easy to do. It's easy to talk about someone that has truly reached and stretched to follow a dream, to follow a passion, to follow a little bit of a conversation that we had several years ago, talking about the future of the Arctic and where we go not only as a nation, but how the Arctic leads in so many different spaces, and how we can push that discussion, how we can build that dialogue, how we can make sure that we are acting right in the Arctic. And that young woman who was still you were a 1L, first year in law school. First year in law school, you got a few things on your plate. Can I just tell you, speaking from experience? But what Rachel did was she kind of moved things over on her plate to focus on the real priority, the real passion that she had for the Arctic. And not only did she make it through her first year of law school, and her second, and her third, she began what is now known as the Arctic Encounter Symposium. We are in year 3. She has gone internationally. She has broadened the list of sponsors, but more important than that, she has led the debate within this country, within the international community, to inspire and motivate people in a way that I think few can. And she's driven because of who she is. Young girl growing up in Cordova, Alaska, to a fishing family. Mom and sister, Patty and Emily, are over here. Had a role model of a father who gave her a purpose, a moral compass that will be with her forever. Last year, we dedicated this event to Jim Callender and his leadership and his life. And that still drives Rachel to this day in pursuit of her passions. But the passions of basically an ordinary, everyday Alaskan from a fishing community that could see before her eyes the possibilities of a changing world and what it might mean to her and her family and her future family, and wanting to be a part of making a difference. So today we're together to talk about great things. We're talking about the Arctic, we're talking about infrastructure, we're talking about security. I'm fortunate because I kind of feel like this is Arctic Week. I was in Washington, D.C. earlier, and Heather Connolly, who you're going to hear from later with CSIS, I was privileged to share the podium with the Commandant of the U.S. Coast Guard. But Heather started out the event by saying, this is kind of Arctic Palooza. It's going to be all things Arctic this week. And she referred to it as an Arctic frame of mind or an Arctic state of mind. And I've been in an Arctic state of mind all week. In fact, I'm going to be leaving here in an hour or so to join Senator Cantwell. We're going down to the Vigor shipyards where the Healy is, and we're going to be having a press conference there talking about the imperative, the national imperative for greater ice-breaking capacity in this country. And you've got some fabulous speakers who we will hear from, Admiral Ray and Admiral Abel, who will speak again to that. So knowing that we're gathered for the next 2 days to focus on something of such urgency, but also something that brings about such great passion in so many of us. So I'm delighted to be able to start our morning off with a welcome and a thank you for Rachel Callender and all she has done as an Arctic leader. Good morning.